Some people think I'm an alien. Not true.
Go back to this plant, this massive plant that we have out in Fremont, California.
Today, yeah. I never expected that we'd have this plant.
But it's an amazing place.
Yeah. And the amazing thing is, like, it's kind of full, which is, I mean, when we got in there, we thought, like, when we first got that plant, it's one of the biggest plants in the world. I think it's sort of, like, by footprint, I mean, I think it's like maybe the third or fourth biggest manufacturer.
How many square feet?
It's 5.5 million square feet.
5.5 million.
Yeah.
So that's what, 100 and how many acres?
You mean under roof?
150 acres?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a General Motors building. Just to give you perspective, General Motors building, which is where the Apple store is, that one block, that's 1 acre. This is 150 acres.
Yeah, it's crazy. You could go camping in there. Like, it takes you a long time to walk from one side to the other. We have bikes in the factory, so you can just get around a bit faster.
The cost of refueling or reloading propellant on Falcon 9 is about $200,000, and the cost of the rocket is $60 million. So it's just like a plane. I mean, it's just, if you were to refuel a plane, not very expensive. If you want to buy a new plane, very expensive. At this point, I'm really reasonably confident that it can be done, and now it's a question of executing to make that design work and seeing if there are any gotchas. And there'll probably be a few craters along the way, so I'm not expecting this to be a smooth journey. As long as the rocket doesn't land on anyone, it'll be fine.
It might be possible to use the Starlink system effectively if you had a repeater, ground-based repeater system. But the Starlink user terminal is about the size of a sort of small to medium-sized pizza. So I'm not sure you'd want to put that on the roof of the, of a Tesla. I mean, maybe, but I think probably just using. Most likely, we'll continue to use just Wi-Fi and the cellular network. Yeah, most likely.
In the future, the probability of the steering wheel being taken away in the future is 100%. Consumers will demand it.
But initially, you would call up.
I'm going to be clear. This is not me prescribing a point of view about the world. This is me predicting what consumers will demand.
Yeah.
Consumers will demand in the future that people are not allowed to drive these 2-ton death machines.
Like wings and landing gear work great on Earth, but they kind of need an atmosphere and a runway. And like who's going to build that runway? How do you get? Begs the question. Like somebody's going to build the runway. Also, there's no air on the moon, but tricky to land with wings. So propulsive landing is the way to go. It's like actually the only way to go, really. You could try to use it if you had a small payload, like try to sort of bounce. Like that was like one of the Mars missions, like had like a inflatable kind of like bouncy castle thing. But I don't think that's like gonna sell well. So propulsive landing is the way to go.